Just real quick before I load up the secondary laptop to record a different perspective. I'm the CEO, creator, developer for the Talent Bank, which is basically a social platform. I don't want to say we're not for profit, because we keep 10% of the profits and we give 90% to the members. So let's just say if I was Mark Zuckerberg, Zuckerfuck, whatever the fuck, Chuck, fucking it makes me want to throw it. If I was that piece of shit, I wouldn't be worth $30 billion or whatever. I'd be worth 10%, and the members of Facebook would be worth the rest. Or, actually, no, that would be wrong. That would be his personal money or whatever worth. But our goal is to keep 10% for cost, whatever. We got to have servers. We got to pay staff, of course. 10% is the goal. I mean, I don't know if that's completely realistic or not yet, until we get deeply into everything. I don't want to be like fucking Google and keep 45%. Say, for instance, if we do I know we're going to do a YouTube version. Anyways, so it's based on blockchain, but it's not Steam. Steam is bad, because Steam has stuff that's built upon it. Let's see, 18? No, that's 19. That's 20. Alright, Steam basically has bots built upon it. So you get at a certain level and you start, actually making money and stuff, and then these bots will come in and they will steal your Steam, which is your net earnings, your income, your value to the community. And that's not anything that we're going to do as a platform. Our goal is to create a platform to make all the members multiple millionaires. And we also want to end hunger worldwide, and we also want to end homelessness. So that is the goal. That is what I'm shooting for with the Talent Bank. So if we're curious, so in a nutshell, that's what's going on. If you don't like this version of this video, me explaining this and everything else, you can always tune into the other versions. They will be linked below. I'm actually starting up a laptop, and I'm going to let's see, hang on, I'm transforming this. I want to fit the screen. Yep. I want it to look beautiful. Anyways, so yeah, so I guess I will record this just like this. Let's see. No, I don't want that camera though. I want this camera. Yes. This one. We want the resolution to be 1920 by 1080. In full output, we want full color. Sorry, guys. One moment, I'll be right with you guys. Anyways, checking the mic. Mic sounds good like a motherfucker. Let's see what mic we got going on here. We want to change the mic to the let's see, the LiveCam Studio mic. LiveCam Studio mic sounds much better, I would guess. All right, we'll go with that. So let's just start capturing here. I look like shit, but it's not about what I look like. People, if you guys want to see the live stream, it's Gaming for Fame PSN or the Talent Bank on Twitch. If you guys want to tune in to live stream, that is where we're at. What we're live streaming at right now. But this is just basically me talking you through what are the plans for the Talent Bank, where we're currently at, what's going on, what's happening. The billionaires that are investing $250,000 each for starters. So right out the gate, as we go public, we're going to be worth $500,000 right out the gate. So that's pretty impressive. The one billionaire is Brandon Bachman from the Galpin Motors family. I met him with my son We took the Mini. We took the Mini with YouTube to Galpin Autosports GAS. Galpin Autosports is world famous because that's where they used to film Pimp My Ride. If you guys are hip to that shit. So anyways, I met Mad Mike that day. I met Brandon Bachman, and I also met the guy that ran the Salvation Army Los Angeles office, basically. But his office was in Long Beach. But anyways, so I met those 3 people that day, and they all became clients of mine. Now the Galpin Autosports thing, that probably took about 6 to 7 months to actually get me in the door into the marketing building where the marketing people are, which is right across the street from the private car collection on the Galpin Autosports property. Actually, the whole Galpin property is probably about 12 city blocks in Van Nuys. Just the property alone is valued at over 150, $200 million, or if not more, just for the property and buildings and different things. And the Galpin Ford is one of the biggest Ford dealerships in the world. But at least, I mean, as far as money goes, they make, just that one dealership, they make over $50 million a month off of the sales. Now, Galpin, at the time when I started the initial to bring them on as a client, they were losing around $1 million to $2 million a year. So, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Plus, they have a private car collection, an estimated value of about $400 to $450 million, and they also do they lend cars to movies. So, if you watch a movie or TV show, chances are, if it's filmed in California, it's their movie car thing, whatever, is actually worldwide. I mean, they have their own fucking planes, like old military planes, to transport, 10 cars at a time. If you want to go shoot in Dubai with their cars or whatever, if you book the cars and everything's good. Anyways, so, and their movie car collection is like over 5,000 cars or something like that. And it's not just in the Van Nuys area. I mean, they have like, I don't know, 2,000 cars on the property there. I don't know. That would probably be a guesstimation at this point, but yeah, they have 5,000 cars available for movies. Anything you can think of, from the very first car. They have a clone of the Mercedes. It's actually in the private car collection right by the gas shop and offices and all that. If you go take a tour at Galpin Autosports, which is in Van Nuys, if you go take a tour and you go see Chuck, tell Chuck that Tim Clark sent you. And if you happen to see Brandon walk around the property, tell him hey from me as well. Now, Galpin Autosports is currently really famous right now because of the partnership with Salamandran. Salamandran is a YouTuber. He used to be in the movie industry and all that. And that's how I met him when I was pushing for my TV show Exotic Promotions and different things. I met him through mutual contacts in the TV business when Netflix reached out to me and wanted to buy my series. But of course, I'm not into the get rich fucking right away kind of a thing. I'm into the old money kind of a scenario. Like, I don't want to make $1 million right now. I'd rather make $50 million over the next 5 years. But that's how I roll. So I didn't take the $4.5 million offer from Netflix and sell my series. And yeah, it's not really going anywhere right now. But it ain't all about money, people. It ain't all about money. And that's why I'm doing the talent bank, because of the plight of social media, the censorship, and all that shit. And another good reason is because by the time it's good and going, and we probably got our first 1 million to 10 million members, YouTube is going to be pulling the ads at the last quarter of this year. And the reason they're going to do that is because they want to start off 2019 and they want to recover. So mid-year of 2019, they're thinking that they would probably recover. This is based off of subscriptions, a subscription model or a pay-per-view model, because that's where they're going. So you won't be able to watch YouTube videos for free anymore. So they're going to be pulling all that shit right out from under us. Now you notice how they had YouTube Red and all that. Now, the thing that sped up this process by about between 2 to 5 years or so, I would probably be my guesstimation, is the New York Times article when they basically pulled their covers. Now, I don't know if this was intentional to speed up the process because they basically lost the narrative. They lost control because Trump won and all that, and they lost control of the masses, so to speak. So, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in all this. So, they're going to pull the ads off of all the content on YouTube, and in doing so, they're going to have a pay-per-view kind of a model and all that stuff, and they're also going to add a YouTube dark option, which is going to be like a porn version of YouTube. It's not going to be it's not going to say YouTube dark or whatever. It's just, if you look it up and all that stuff, it's going to be owned by by Alphabet. I think it's Alphabet Inc., whatever it is, the parent company to Google. And they want to get in the porn industry. They're just like, fuck it, let's just do it. Like, fuck whatever, our image, whatever. Like, they're one of the, I mean, they are the standard in the online thing. I mean, they own GoDaddy, they own basically all the URL services. There's a couple of services if you want to shop for a URL, for instance. Excuse me. Like when I shopped for the talentbank.com. I'm sorry. When I shopped for the talentbank.com, it wasn't available. And the only reason it wasn't available is because I was searching for it. And they thought, oh, wow, okay. And they do that a lot. So I bought 4 of the other URLs that were available for that name, for the Talent Bank. So I got the talentbank.net, for instance, talentbank.info. I'm not sure what the URLs are. Right now it's irrelevant because there's nothing at those URLs anyway. Right now I'm still working on writing the base code that is what we build upon from blockchain. So now basically, like Facebook, for instance, Facebook is built on FB HTML, so their own HTML. So that's like within their own thing. Now we want to build upon blockchain. There's a lot of things on blockchain. Blockchain is very secure. And my base code is basically my own version of blockchain that is upon blockchain. It's just another layer of security and all that, and I really don't. It's going to be like 5 times stronger than anything that the NSA could ever fucking like come up with or even try to hack. It would take them like 5,000 years to even get into one account if they ever could, with all the computer power that the NSA has. And we're looking like at 50 years down the road kind of a scenario, they still won't be able to hack it and turn shit off or whatever. So with that said, my layer is in between the network and in between the blockchain. So, for instance, if we find something undesirable, if you post porn or whatever, or if there's child something, whatever, the network itself does not get nicked. Your account gets nicked and the content, since it's on blockchain, and it is forever basically, that layer between us and the blockchain is kind of a buffer in a sense. If you were to take a glass, for instance, and you put it up against the wall so you could hear what's going on the other side. If you have a secondary layer of insulation, for instance, and you're like, wow, I can't really hear or whatever, and you took that secondary layer of insulation away, and then, all of a sudden you can hear? Yeah, that's me pulling my network out from under that content. So it will no longer be associated with us being the talent bank. It will no longer be associated with you being that you are a member of the talent bank. Or, for instance, we could just pull everything right out from under you. So if you fuck up and do something bad, and we'll give you a couple chances or whatever, but we can either pull the network completely out from under your shit, so like all your shit is there and it's forever, and you're not making any money off it. We don't want to make any money off of it, because social networks, the way that they become valuable is by the members. And when members post content, our social, basically commenting, oh look, I'm over here at the gym, or I'm fucking at Starbucks, or whatever the fuck, right? That shit brings value to them. And they sell that content on the internet. You think like, wow, how come Facebook's so valuable? Because they know where the fuck you are, and advertisers will pay for that information. And they'll also be able to know, oh, next time you go to, I don't know, if you go to Vons, oh look, here's our weekly ad. Right on your cell phone, right next to, oh look, I'm going to check in at Vons. Oh wait, look, there's an ad. That's why that's there. It's pulled from metadata. I'm a metadata miner, basically. Now, everything that I do is completely legal and everything else. Now, these apps that you opt into, for instance, like that one thing that was from Europe, whatever that they supposedly said Trump used or whatever. No, it's not exactly how that works. Basically, if your shit's public, then your shit is fair game. And I don't need any apps or anything else to pull that metadata. And that's how Google, if you're familiar with Google AdWords, for instance, if you're an advertiser, for instance, if you want to place ads, if you own a restaurant or the internet is basically 3 or 4 things. Okay, I'll break it down to you. The internet is basically something like you're going to sell. The internet is information, and the internet is also entertainment, and it's social. So it's 4 things, and it's also communication, such as emails, or if you want to get into a chat room or whatever. And the entertainment value is either video, music, or pictures, or basically like a social media would be an entertainment portion of the internet. Now, if you want to sell something, if you have a product, if you're a developer, you got an app, you make fucking cookies, whatever, you print shirts, whatever, then that would be a sales portion of the internet. Now, if you're an information kind of a person, like you're going to write an article, or you have a blog, or you're just going to talk a bunch of shit or whatever, then that would fall under the information portion of the internet. So those are the 5 basic things of what the internet is. So, and we're going to take all those 5 basic things of the internet and incorporate them into one social profile, into your social profile. So you can either opt in and you can opt out to all kinds of things. One thing we guarantee is, because it's based on blockchain and everything else, our community is that we and nobody else will be able to steal your ID, your content. It's going to be encrypted on the blockchain. It's 100% fucking foolproof. Okay, so there's like, you sign up, you have an email and all the shit. You're gonna go over here to Vaughn's. You're gonna check in here, whatever. There's no way in the world that we or anybody else could scrape your data or whatever, because it's based on blockchain. So it's 100% secure, and us as being the provider basically to your social presence, your account, for instance, you sign up with us, you're a member of our community, and all that shit is protected because it's on the blockchain. Blockchain, very simple, is what the banking industry, it's the standard for the banking industry right now. So, if the banking industry is going to trust the basic model of fucking money on the blockchain, then you can fucking surely guarantee that your shit's going to be oscillate. What's up, yo? Cool. I'm just breaking down the new community and all that. I thought I muted all the members. I didn't think you guys could hear me. Shit. But anyways, what's up, man? What's your name in here? Okay. So basically, I have a new thing going called the Talent Bank, because social media is all fucked up, and I have 2 billionaires that are going to invest $250,000 each. So I'm just waiting for their money to clear. I'm almost done writing the base code, so that way we could pull it out from between blockchain and something else. Because what's that? No. It's not money that I can actually get. It's an ICO investment. So it's basically like, we're going to release our own coin. People can be able, and then we'll set a value. So if I have these 2 investors, they're going to invest $500,000 basically as a whole. I need operating things, and I need shit to start up. That isn't cash that I could like go to the bank, pull out, and like fucking take everybody to dinner or whatever. It's based against the ICO, and ICO is basically like a coin. It's a currency that will be traded within my community. But my community still needs to be financed and all that. Like, I need to pay for the architects, basically, of it. I need to pay for artists. I need to pay for... good thing Amazon is going to donate all the server stuff that we need for the first year for free. So if we get 10 times bigger than Facebook, We will always have servers at the ready. And people are going like, you're probably thinking like, well, why are you playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and talk? Because this is how I do it. This is my release. This is where I'm at. So whatever. Don't judge me. Judge me by my fruit, the fruits of my labor. If all this works and everything, you know, we keep 10% of the profits, and everybody, all the members, get equally 90% of the profits. So let's say, for instance, our first 9 months, right? Let's just say first 9 months we get I don't know, 10 million members or whatever. We have an ICO. What's that? I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute everybody because they keep throwing me off. So basically, if we have you know 10 million members within, let's just say, 9 months or so, as soon as we bypass the $500,000 mark for the ICO, every 90 days the money triples. Okay, that's just how it goes. That's the business model. That's what we're doing. That's basically it's basically pushed up against the assets and predictions, different things like that. So I'm gonna base it 90 days. So 90 days out. Okay. So let's just say, as a community, we make $100 million, and there's 10 million members or whatever, and we're ranked like 9th in the world as far as websites go, or social media, whatever. And then the advertisers come in and all that, and we're like, okay, yeah, you can advertise over here for this amount of money or whatever. We keep 10% off the top of whatever, okay? And then we also keep 10% of the value of the community. And we take 90% of the profits of either from advertisers or people selling merchandise on the like I said, it's going to be 5 things. It's going to be an entertainment value, and that's why we call it a bank, okay? So let me explain all that. So it's an entertainment, basically, value, because there's going to be like pictures, videos, music, whatever, on the community. So that's the entertainment value. It's also going to be an information value, because there's going to be blogs, there's going to be like scholars and different things you can learn on the community, and all this stuff is available for free for you. We're not going to charge for anything ever. So just keep that in mind. It's completely free. 100% for the life of the community, for the life of the internet, and that's it. And we're only going to keep 10% of the profits and give 90% of the profits to the members equally. So if we have 10,000 members and we make $100 million, just think, we're going to give $90 million to 10,000 people equally, okay? So why would you not join the community that's going to pay you 90% of the profits? Facebook doesn't give you shit. Facebook charges you, basically. If you're a business on there, oh yeah, sure, yeah, you can get 100 likes for your thing, whatever, and we're gonna charge you this amount of money. Okay, that's great. If you're a business, you a YouTuber, yes, I used to be a YouTuber. I can get into that as well. My best day on YouTube, I made $5,800. So, but when YouTube deleted me around November, I want to say 2016 or so. I had actively 45 channels. I had about 13,000 videos that were making me money every day, 24/7. Now, when YouTube deleted me, I was making around $900 to $1,500 a day. Okay. Now, the reason they deleted me is because I backed Donald Trump. But you got to understand, I'm awake. I'm a fucking patriot and all that shit. It doesn't matter if you like the man or not or whatever. There's nothing that he has done or whatever. Now, politically, I don't want to get into it. But like I said, I'm awake. I have kids. I have a business. I'm a businessman. Been in the entertainment industry since I was 13. I'm a world famous DJ. What's that? Yes, my daughter's 23. Grab her by the pussy. Fuck yeah, why not? You're a libtard. There's no help for you, bro. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, son. That's great. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm not a libtard, so I'm good. Yeah, I'm muting everybody so that way I don't have to deal with you. Goodbye. Yeah, no, no. I'm gonna finish. I'm just gonna mute. I'm gonna mute everybody. I've been in the music industry since 1983. My DJ name's Mixmaster Ace. I'm kind of famous in the hip hop world. I'm an executive producer of a TV show called Exotic Promotions. It's based loosely on what I do on some of my world famous clients. I work with Waka Flocka Flame, DJ Woo Kid, Migos. I got Post Malone signed to his recording deal. I currently have a $4 million contract for the artist known as Net Nobody. Net Nobody is AKA Sky Does Minecraft. Adam Dahlberg. He was the team. He was the. Listen to me. He was the team. He was the team leader for Team Crafted, which my buddy of over 30 years that I've known, Brian Carter, he created Team Crafted, and that basically started the whole e-gaming movement worldwide. And it was the biggest group of YouTubers and gamers in the world for about 3 years. And yeah, so Adam Dahlberg, he's Sky Does Minecraft. He's the biggest Minecraft YouTuber in the world, and right now he's known as Net Nobody. So he's currently he's away this weekend. We're hoping to reconvene on Tuesday so I can present him with the contract finally in person at the mansion in Studio City. And get him to sign so that way I can release the funds and I can get my $400,000 in. If anybody wants to contact me, it's real easy. Go on PlayStation Network. There's a group for the Talent Bank. You could Google the Talent Bank. You can Google my my name. Something new now. You can find out all I do. You can see me on Instagram. See me chilling with Adam. Basically. Now I muted everybody. Sorry for that. But I need to concentrate and get through my basic presentation. There's a few people that are tuning in. Some of the investors overseas and different things. And this is kind of how I like to do things in a public forum and all this stuff, because everything I do is basically it's all about the hype and all that stuff. And that's why that when I'm developing or building a brand, for instance. Now, the reason I'm doing all this stuff is basically because my health has taken a turn for the worse. I'm not saying that I'm got 6 months to live or anything like that. There is really no clock attached to me now. I can't say in 25 years, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'll be in the south of France or whatever. I don't have that freedom at this point. This isn't a get-rich thing to fix me as a, to fix me to extend the lifespan or whatever. Nah, I'm good. I don't need all that shit. I'm trying to give back to all of you. And the way that I see it now is all these social media platforms, there's, of course, censoring people, freedom of speech. Now, me being a victim and all that stuff myself of YouTube censorship, just because I happen to support Trump and because I was doing trends, okay? I was following trends with content and different things, and that's why I was up to almost $1,000 a day. If you go on the Instagram account for me, which is something new now, and then just add the number 1. It's same thing as my name on here, and just add a 1 on Instagram. You can see all the data and all that stuff. I was basically posting video screenshots from my cell phone of my AdSense account in real time. And you can look at the numbers and different things, and there's a lot of video content on there. That shit I shot with Amigos when I worked with Amigos, and we did promos with Waka Flocka and some of the old stuff from back in the day when I used to hang out with NWA and Eazy-E and LL Cool J and all that shit, man. You know, I'm old, but I'm also a tech fucking genius and a marketing genius, and I was taught by some of the most influential marketing people in the world. Steve Kierstead and myself and another guy started a lead generation company. This is before anything, basically, before Twitter, before YouTube, before Facebook. This is when MySpace was basically starting back in the day. And we had a budget for selling ads on the internet through Google of over $1 million per month. And our parent company was called West Coast Vinyl, which was a window company out of Tacoma, Washington. Our offices were basically on the same property as West Coast Vinyl, the window company. And so basically we had more than $1 million budget for advertising, but that was where we're at that time. And we were second in the world behind a company called Service Magic, which you will find basically if now called what is it? Home Advisor. So they had to change their name because there was lawsuits and different things. Basically, they would try and get you to fill out a form on the internet saying you wanted to get a estimate, you wanted your roof looked at, you wanted some home improvement, some kind of something to do with your house, whatever. So, and they would gather your information, and then they would approach contractors within the area of where you were geographically. They would go by your address, they would go by county, they would go by state, for instance, and then they had grids. The grids were six city blocks. So if they had a contractor that touched within four grids, then that contractor basically was good for the lead and all that stuff. So there was a lot of data involved in all this kind of stuff in the game. But we didn't have a $1 billion corporation behind us. We had a tree company, or I'm sorry, we had a window company that was making $60-70 million a year profits, but we didn't have $1 billion corporations and all that. But we outsmarted the $1 billion corporations in their advertising, and we smashed them. A lot of times we were first. If you were to look up for if you wanted an estimate on replacing your windows, or if you wanted to get your roof looked at, or whatever, any kind of home improvement, and we would surpass companies that were backed by $1 billion corporations. And that was just because me and Steve were fucking smarter than the fucking fake bullshit that they had back then. So that's why I'm such a genius with brand development and different things, because of my roots in marketing and stuff. And with social media platforms such as Facebook and all that, it just basically made it a lot easier. But now, since they're censoring content and all that shit, like, no, sorry, I don't agree with that. So then blockchain came out. So then I thought, okay, so blockchain, I'm going to learn blockchain. So I learned how to code blockchain and all that. So I started to create my own version of blockchain. Now this was just basically for me. And then I stumbled upon a community called Rumble. It's a video-based community. They're out of Canada. And basically I'm going to be doing a partnership with them. They're going to be hosting the video portion of the talent bank. To be honest with you, that's where the video is going to be. You're not going to see any of their branding or anything. They're going to be in charge of all the advertisements on the content. They're going to send us a check or whatever, however they do it, however we decide upon it, as far as getting paid, being a platform, and then we're going to take that money, and now everything's going to be 100% fluid and public. We're not going to hide anything from anybody or any of the members. It's going to, if you're a member, you're available to see all the information, basically publicly traded. Just for instance, Freedom MCN. MCN is a multiple channel network. Basically, if you have a YouTube channel, multiple channel networks will help you develop your network, your channel. George Vanous is the CEO and owner of Freedom MCN, based out of the Philippines. He's a friend of mine. His claim to fame was he helped develop Microsoft Office. So that's his claim to fame. So anyways, so just as Freedom MCN is completely public and you can see all the numbers, their profits and everything else, since YouTube is ruined, they're basically ruined, and George is going to take control of the talent bank and all the financials of all that and all that. We might run it out of China for tax reasons and different things. We might run it out of the Philippines as far as the financial portion, but our head office, all that kind of stuff, is going to be out of LA in SoCal. That's where I'm at. But I found the land already. Now, since we do have Brandon Bachman, and I can't reveal the name because it's the family that owns Viacom, but they own K-Day in Los Angeles, 93.5, and since I started on radio in 1985 on K-Day, the AM version, I kind of have ties with that family as well. So, but the grandson to the heir to the Viacom empire, they're going to also invest $250,000. So as soon as we go public and within the next 2 or 3 weeks, our value is estimated at $500,000 right out the gate, and this is without. And that's basically based on the ICO. And every 90 days, the number triples. So, for instance, if we get 5 million members in the first 90 days, and they set a value of this, blah blah blah, we have X amount of video content. We have 1 million videos on there, and they're being streamed, 10,000 fucking times every hour or whatever. And there's ads on there, and then we make this amount of money. That's as soon as we get paid and everything's cleared, whatever, which is basically a 90-day window. The members get 90% of the profits, and we keep 10% operating costs, and we gotta live and pay bills and shit too, and all that good stuff. But we give 90% of the money to the members back. No other social platform does that. It's basically a lose-lose fucking proposition, because like, why the fuck are we giving our money away? Don't we want to be rich? No, not really. It's not what we're about. It's not what I'm about. I'm about helping everybody else. And the reason I call it the talent bank is because it's basically based on all of you. Since I'm in the entertainment industry, since I'm in the music business over 35 years, and my clients basically are talented people. They're photographers, they're models, they're musicians, they're YouTubers, they're basically people that create content. They're creative, they have very creative minds and different things. I'm sorry, is there a fucking weasel in here? I think I heard a little weasel. Hang on, kids. There's a little weasel, man. A little squeaker. Squeakers are not allowed on the game. I'm gonna have to turn you in and kick your ass out. And you're not allowed on my community either, you little bitch. Alright? I got kids, they're grown. I don't need to be handling anybody else's kids. I'm sorry. Keep your kids out the game, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, sorry guys. Alright, where was I? So, basically, okay, let's just say, let's take Facebook for instance, okay? How much is Facebook worth right now? Go look it up. Go Google Facebook. Go, what is Facebook worth, okay? Now imagine that would be the talent bank. Just imagine, for instance, 5 years from now, and you look up the talent bank. How much is that worth? And it's worth this amount of money, okay? How much is it worth really? 10%. Why is that? Because we gave 90% of our profits and everything else to our members equally. If there's 10,000 members, we make $10,000. Then there's $90,000. I'm sorry, $9,000 that's going to be divided equally to its members the next 90 days, and the number triples every 90 days because that's the prediction. That's the model that we're working on. That is what I have it set up to be. So every 90 days, every member that's active and all that stuff gets paid X amount of dollars. And every 90 days, that amount that you get paid, basically like a paycheck, like you're working for us, triples every 90 days. So you get a raise every 90 days. And just to make it more interesting, since we're using the word bank, at day one you get paid this amount of money. In 90 days you're worth this amount of money. That's your paycheck. The next day after we pay you, you can take a loan for the complete amount what you're going to make in 90 days. But you have to remain active and all that other kind of stuff within the community. Basically, if you're active within the community, you upload videos, you're a musician, you're sharing your content, whatever, you're starting to get fans on your page, just like you did on Facebook and all that. That creates value, okay? That's your value to the community. That's your investment to the community, okay? So your investment to the community is going to make us X amount of dollars. That's just how it works, guys, in the world. But we're going to keep 10% of that money, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Name your price, whatever. Okay? Just think this shit out. Alright? Talking about the talent bank in my community that I'm going to be releasing here in a couple of weeks. Basically where I pay you to be a member. Every 90 days you get a paycheck because you're a member. It's basically like profit sharing. So, but I predict within the first year, maybe 2 years. See, because we're going to replace everything. You're not going to want to go on Facebook anymore because Facebook, you make them rich, okay? Facebook doesn't make you rich. The talent bank is going to make you rich because that's where everybody's going to be at. Nobody's going to be on anything else. Facebook is pulling ads the last quarter of this year. The only reason they're doing that is because they want to use the first 6 months of next year to recover from pulling the ads. Because they're going to go to a pay-per-view model. They're going to go to a subscription model. Fuck that. Those fucking cocksuckers can keep all that shit, man. We're gonna ruin the game for them. Because we're gonna actually make you 5 times more money than you would on YouTube. And we're also gonna give you 90% of the 5 times more than the money you're gonna make on YouTube. It's fucking brilliant. It's easy. It's fucking. We're gonna put them motherfuckers down too. Nobody's gonna want to go pay for Joe Schmo gonna change his brakes on a fucking 2018 Camaro over here on that channel, when you can come over here to the talent bank and watch it and actually make the guy that put in his brakes, you can make his fucking car payment for him just by watching the video. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the model for the talent bank. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. I got 2 billionaires to back my play, good friends of mine. I've got fucking over 15-20 years of marketing experience behind me. My name is fucking golden in the world of hip-hop. My name is golden in the world of marketing and just being a straight up fucking G in business and everything that I do. Everything I touch turns to gold. So why not? Let's get this shit rolling. It's not gonna cost me any money right out the gate. You know, we get this shit party started. I'm gonna start crowdfunding. We need about $150,000 to get started. Once we get started, we gotta get staff. I need to hire people to work on blockchain, whatever. I got a few estimates on creating the community. I'm writing the base code, so I'm setting the rules right out the gate, so nobody can fucking sneak in and fucking like do shit or whatever. There's no way we could be hacked because it's based on blockchain. There's no way that the content will ever be removed because it's blockchain. But the reason I'm writing the base code is to protect the community as a whole and protect the members as individuals against attack, against all kinds of things. We can pull ourselves from the blockchain and we still have our community intact because it's based on my own version of blockchain. So the blockchain goes down, we will still be up 100% because it's based on my own version of blockchain. So I don't know. So and once we get big enough or whatever, then we can have our own server farm and we won't need to rely on the blockchain. Okay? And the blockchain, the only reason I'm doing it that way is for security purposes and for because trust me, there's going to be a lot of people after my head. Okay? As soon as we get this going and all that shit and Facebook starts seeing a loss because everybody's on my shit, they're going to want to come and kill me. They're going to come and fucking whack me or whatever. So basically, because my health's fucked off, I don't give a shit. Come get me, motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. Straight up. Yeah, I'll probably have a mad fucking security team and all that shit, man. I'll have ghosts all around me. But that's cool. Whatever. I'm not trying to be a billionaire or whatever, like Mark Zuckerberg fucking be all fucking crazy in his fucking head, because he's... what a piece of shit, man. Like, that motherfucker could, like, erase homelessness in California just, like, with a fucking little sliver of the money that his fucking Facebook is worth, or himself personally. But yet he wants to sit there on the fucking empire. He's worth $36 billion. Facebook's worth, what, 150, 200, maybe $300 billion. That piece of shit, really? No, I don't think so. I think I'd rather pay for, you know, I'd rather teach my staff, you know, like 10 years from now, like, I'd rather pay for the education for my staff over the next 10 years. Like, if I, you know, man, fuck that shit. I'm about making money. I like nice shit and all that stuff. And, you know, I miss the Aston Martin, I miss the Ferrari and that, you know, all that. I miss all that shit, man. Don't get it twisted, but I'm also not a fucking piece of shit either and all that. And I'd much rather, you know, help somebody pay their light bill or get them, you know, pay their internet the first year they're on my network and shit. You know, maybe we can have an option like that, you know. Maybe you don't want to take the money, you know, as like a cash thing because, I don't know, maybe you're an alcoholic or you have a drug problem or, you know, whatever. That's fine, you know, and you can take the money and you can invest it. What's up, yo? What's up, hey? Oh, you're not talking to me. All right, my G. All right, my niggas. All right. I'm sorry. Just people. I put mute. I don't know how this. I'm not supposed to hear anybody. I don't know if they can hear me or not. I'm really not concerned. I'm doing this on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm using Restream.io. So, anyways, that's gonna be one of the first companies that I purchase. Restream.io. A lot of reasons, but yeah. Anyways, no, I don't want to join the game. Shit. No. Oh. So, anyways, guys. So basically, in a nutshell, I don't know. You know, I don't know where the fuck did my beer go. I'm not even drinking my beers, damn it. So, in a nutshell, basically, that's what the talent bank is. Yeah. So, I don't know if you're interested. We're going to go public here in a couple of weeks. If you want to get involved early, whatever, there's a Twitter account, The Real Talent Bank. I'm slowly acquiring all the... somebody did the talent bank, but it hasn't been used in about 4 years, 5 years or whatever. Like, they have the talentbank.com, for instance, but that was Google grabbing it before I bought it because they saw value in it, because I did a search for it. But there's like the talent bank on Twitter, the talent bank on Instagram, for instance, and it's not the same company. It's just people, and I don't know. I'm trying to reach out to them, trying to get the accounts or whatever. I'm also trying to get official and all that. Once we go public with the ICO and all that, and the network's basically up and running and all that, it'll be a lot easier to acquire such properties like the talent bank at Twitter or whatever, and then we'll just switch over to that. I still have to prove myself as far as on the technical basis and incorporate all the APIs from social networks into my own version or into my community. APIs basically it's a token. It's basically like a invitation token, then it's an authorization token. It's basically what's that? What do you mean real life? Yes, sir. This is real life. Oh no, I'm just talking about my community. It's called the Talent Bank that I'm going to be releasing here in a couple of weeks. So, any kind of talent, it's not really based on talent, but I call it the Talent Bank is because, you know, everybody has a talent in the world, you know, whether, you know, if you don't have a talent, you like talent. So you would come to watch the talent that's on there. And that's why I kind of named it the Talent Bank. And bank is because, because we invest in the talent. Like, you know, we'll give you a record deal, we'll publish your music, we'll you know, we'll send you a laptop if you want to produce music or whatever. There's all kinds of options there for our members and different things. You know, we're going to do all kinds of contests. We're going to give, you know, I'm going to try and give $1 million every month away to a random member. Just different things like that. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to do random stuff. I'm doing a lot of partnerships with a lot of huge corporations because of who I am in business and in the music industry and all that stuff. You know, being a legend in business and just, you know, because I'm just an all-around good motherfucker. So, and that's why these companies want to do business with me and all that, and they really like the model that I'm creating, and it's a huge tax write-off for them because they're going to help cure homelessness and help cure hunger worldwide and all kinds of stuff. So, it makes perfect sense. But I don't know. No, this is all true. You can look it up yourself. I'm currently writing the white paper, so on everything that I'm doing. The ICO will release. I'm waiting for the money to clear from the 2 billionaires that invested into my company. They're friends of mine. I've known them for years. Yeah, we're going public. Fuck it, we're gonna do it. Facebook's going down. YouTube, yeah, this is all legit, man. Straight up. YouTube is pulling the ads at the end of this year, the last quarter of this year. So it's going to be a pay-per-view model, and they're going to force it on everybody. They're going to lose half of their people, but you know, they don't care. It's not about profits for them anymore. It's about them being in control. And well, it's the reverse now for me, because I don't want to be in control, and I don't want the profits. I want 10%. That's it. We need operating costs. I need to pay employees. I need to, you know, pay for technology. I need to pay for developers as we prosper, as we grow. You know, there's new stuff that's going to be coming out that we need to buy and take over and different shit. So there's a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of expenses involved, but we don't need 100% of the profits. We need 10%. We're going to give the members 90%. So if we make $10 million, we'll keep $1 million and give $9 million equally to all the members, you know? So that's how it works. And it's based on an ICO, so it's 100% guaranteed based on the ICO. So with a 90-day model, and everything triples after every 90 days. It's just how it works in the banking industry. So, yeah, makes perfect sense. Everybody's winning. Nobody loses. Nobody's gonna be on any other platform. They're only gonna be on my platform because we're the only one that pays you to be there. 90%. YouTube pays you 55% if you're a content creator. If you're a fan, how much do you get paid for watching a YouTube video? You get paid nothing. We will pay you 90% of whatever profits we make from you watching that video. You understand? So if there's an ad on that video that you watched on YouTube, how much money did you get from watching that ad on that YouTube video? Or for subscribing to a YouTube creator, he gets 55%. YouTube supposedly keeps 45%. But that is wrong as well. And I have real numbers. I have data that goes back to 2000 and I believe it's 2006, 2007. I have data from YouTube, from my YouTube career, from clients, from YouTube itself, from when we ran ads, when we had WCV leads, when we were a lead generation company, with you know, when I worked with West Coast Vinyl out of Tacoma. When I started my first .com, WCVleads.com, which actually, if you looked it up now, it goes to HomeImprovementCorner.com, which is still active. That's Steve Kiersted's baby, but I don't have any ownership in that or any of the home improvement companies that we started. And West Coast Vinyl is out of business because Washington State changed the laws about saying that we could save you 60% on your energy costs, blah, 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 because that was false advertising. The Kiersted family owns the patent on the dual pane windows. If you have dual pane windows in your house, if your house is a newer house, your windows are probably white vinyl frames, and you have there's two glasses, and in between the glass there's a gas. in between the glass there's a gas, and it's called argon gas. And the thing with vinyl windows, now this is a manufacturing flaw. Actually, no, it's more of a design flaw than a manufacturing flaw, because you cannot seal a window 100% for the life of the window. These seal based upon the quality of the window. Now, since West Coast Vinyl, which is a window company out of Tacoma, Washington, since the family owned the patent on the dual pane windows, and they were their own manufacturer for 20, 30 years, however long they were in business in Tacoma, they basically had 100% design control, and they could put any kind of a value in the windows. Basically, they could make the windows last for 20 years if they wanted, but it's not cost effective for companies to make something last 20 years, for instance. So they make it last for 5 years, for instance, and that's basically how long a dual pane window lasts. It will keep its R value, basically an insulation value. Either it'll keep the heat out, keep the heat in, keep the cold air out, or keep the cold air in. That is basically how a window works, or a wall, or whatever, your roof, or whatever, the insulation in your house, for instance. So if it has a high R value, then it's basically more energy efficient, because it'll take you less energy to either heat your house or cool your house, or a space within your house, say a room, for instance. If you have a aluminum pane window with one frame of glass, that has a lower R value than a dual pane vinyl window. But after 5 years, that dual pane vinyl window actually has a lower R value than a original aluminum frame single pane window. Classic Car Meetup, what? Where? Sure, let's do it. Where are we going? The main one downtown. Okay. All right, I'm going there. Let's go. All right, I'll handle it. You're interrupting my speech. I gotta go back. Okay, so the Kierstead family they still own the patent on the window, dual frame window, that Steve Kierstead's father invented in the 50s. I want to say late 50s, early 60s or so. So anyways, that is his claim to fame. That is my buddy out of Tacoma, Washington. He's not worth maybe $300-400 million right now. His net worth, I don't know, whatever. He's also going to be one of the investors and one of the people that actually runs and works for me on the Talent Bank, because he's a buddy of mine. I can trust him in business. Yeah. So anyway, so that's another investor, another person that I know of money and wealth, and basically he knows how good I am at what I do. So yeah. My car's all fucked up, but I'll go fix it. So, it's called the Talent Bank, guys. It's going to go public here real soon. TheTalentBank.net. If you go there now, there's nothing there. I need to redirect it to the about.me/the Talent Bank page. That's just basically, it's a temporary thing. And, yeah. So we go public in a couple of weeks. We have a value right out the gate of $500,000 because of the two billionaires that I have investing money into my network. One is from Galpin family. One is from the K-Day 93.5 family, which the owners of K-Day actually own Viacom. If you're familiar with Viacom, Viacom is a TV series production company. They also are in the movie industry. They're in the entertainment industry. Look up Viacom and see how much that's worth. Anyways, the grandson to that. Now look up Galpin Motors, for instance. The Galpin family. Mr. Brandon Bachman. Look up his value. How much is he worth? They're both billionaires. They're both backing me. They both know what I can do and what I do. And they're friends of mine. And yeah, so it's pretty fucking exciting, guys. Pretty fucking exciting. Now, keep in mind, I keep 10%. So you know, we make $100 million. I'll be worth $10 million or $10 million. So you know, but all of you at being members will be worth, you know, an equal amount of $90 million, or you know, $9 billion, 9 trillion, whatever the money is. Y'all get 90%. I keep 10% off the top for operating costs. Got to pay employees. Got to, you know, manage bandwidth, all that stuff. Like I said, we're partnering with Rumble for the video portion of it. I'm in talks with SoundCloud for the music portion of it. Basically, your music will still be on SoundCloud, but it'll also appear on our network. It'll be hosted on there. I don't know. We might just buy SoundCloud. For the live streaming, I'm talking to you now. I was talking to Live.me, but they're a piece of shit company out of China, so I don't want to talk to them anymore, so fuck them. But we're talking to you now for the live streaming portion of the community. I actually just developed a video calling app that I'm going to add to the chat portion. It's my own code. I just wrote it a couple days ago. But it's going to be attached to the chat streaming, the chat portion of the community. So when you're in the chat room and for instance, like if you're on Facebook chat or whatever, and you want to, like, oh, I'm going to make a video call or make a call, whatever, then you have those options in the chat portion. That's basically what I wrote the code for the video portion of that in my own community. And everything's based on blockchain, so it's 100% foolproof. It can't be hacked ever. Can't be shut down ever, and it's always going to make money. It's always going to generate money. We have a 90-day plan for that as far as the money goes. And every 90 days, all members get a check, a big old fat check, 90% of profits. So yeah, like, you're not gonna want to be any fucking elsewhere on the internet, man. You're gonna be you don't want to be on the Talent Bank. Hey man, what are you doing? Oh, I'm on the Talent Bank. What's up? I'm looking at the money I'm gonna make in, you know, 60 days. Shit, man, I might just fucking go in there, and since it's a bank, right, we will loan you the money. So if you get paid one day, and then in 90 days you get paid another day, you know, whatever, you want to borrow that money you're going to make in 90 days, fucking the next day, you can wait till fucking midnight or whatever, wherever you are in the world, and be like, man, I'll take 100% of that money, you know? Shit, yeah. You can't pay your bills, you know, they're going to come repo your car, you know, you got a house payment you can't afford. Fuck, man, what are we going to do? I don't get paid for another week or something. There's no food in the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Get on the Talent Bank. We will loan you the money that you earned. 100%. No cost. There is no transfer fee, whatever. Now we're talking to PayPal. I think PayPal is going to be our banking system, how we distribute our money across, you know, all platforms. See, when you send somebody money on Facebook, they take a fee. They take a fee when you send the money to someone, and when that person gets the money, Facebook takes a fucking piece of that money. We don't want any of that shit, man. Fuck that. We're not a charity. Yes, we like profits just like anybody else, but we'll take 10% of the profits and give the members 90%. So, man, we're gonna shut down social media. Trust me. Unless they kill me or fucking come and fucking burn down the house and fucking kill me, kill the dog and all that shit, go after my kids and fucking after my sisters and my brother and my dad and my mom and, you know, grandma and everybody. They fucking exterminate the whole family. Oh, then they have to go after all my hacker friends. You know, and then everybody I know in the music industry, and then all the actors that I know, executive producers, everybody that I fucked with in Hollywood and all that shit through my TV careers and all that. Oh yeah, you guys, yeah, it's going to be like 1,000, 5,000 people they're going to have to whack in order to shut this shit down. And remember, it's on blockchain, so it's 100% and it's forever. So, like, we could shut down Facebook, man. We need to go in there and fucking whack everybody and fucking take out their servers or whatever. Like, they could be shut down. My shit can't be shut down. You want to come whack me? Whatever. That's fine. Come whack me. I don't give a fuck. I got limited time anyways. That's the only reason why I'm pushing this now real hard and everything else. Plus, the timing's perfect. You know, Facebook's going down. It's just how it is. They just took a fucking, what, $60 billion hit? because they're fucking up, selling people's data, or they actually got busted for it. How the fuck do you think Facebook is worth so much money? Because they know so much about you. That's why. With the blockchain, we're not going to be that motherfucker that sells your data and says you're over here at this fucking ice cream shop or whatever. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about the profits because we're giving 90% to the members. So you think we're going to be fucking fueled by making money and everything else just like all these other social platforms are? No, we're not. Because that's not what we're about. Got it? Yeah. Makes sense, right? When you're a greedy fucking piece of shit or whatever, like Zuckerberg and all these other motherfuckers, like people that run Google and all, when you're a greedy piece of shit or motherfucker, whatever, driven by profits and all that shit, ripping people off, man, those piece of shit motherfuckers. Okay, so when you had that mindset and all that, then it's real easy to fucking be, you know, sit up there on the top of the hill, whatever, in the biggest house, whatever. But when you're not thinking that way, and you want to prosper everybody and everybody around you, and you know. Like you want to prosper for everybody. You want to be able to pay somebody's bills, for instance, because they can, or you know, get them some food, man. Fucking buy them a house or whatever because they're homeless. You know, fucking put money in their fucking bank because they're broke, man. You know, because they bring value. They have value. You're a member of Facebook. You say, okay, I'm over here. You're sharing video, whatever. You're posting pictures and shit. You're making them billions of dollars. How much money have they made you? They haven't made you shit unless you have a business and you're selling something on there. Okay? But if you're just a member, you're just on there, you know, like my mom or whatever, she's on Facebook or whatever, talking to her friends and saying, oh, wow, I really like that. I'm going to share this post from, I don't know, this church or whatever. You just made them all kinds of money. How much money did you make? Nothing. Okay? It's the same business model as Facebook or anywhere else, but we give you 90% of the shit that you just earned us. Okay? Real simple. Real simple. Do the fucking math. Would you rather be on Facebook making them fucking money, or fucking making 90% of the money you just made us? I'm pretty sure you're gonna be on the talent bank making money, banking. You know, you're gonna be out there banking like a motherfucker. And I tell you what. We're the only social media platform that is fucking FDIC insured, because we're going to have the same principles as a bank. That's why we're called the talent bank. Get it? So, Facebook's not FDIC insured. Facebook's big. They're not insured whatsoever. When Facebook falls to about all negative. When Facebook shares are about 5 cents per share, 3 cents per share, then yeah, I'm going to gobble them up. I'm going to buy Facebook, and then I'm going to shut it down. But I'll give the members 30 days option to come join us at the Talent Bank, if there's still any holdouts. You guys thinking like, wow, this guy's fucking like a visionary. How can you think so big? It's really easy. Facebook is valued at X amount of dollars in 5 years, and they made nobody any money. Except if you're a business and you're advertising or whatever. There's 5 things that the internet is about. It's an entertainment value. If you post pictures, if you post video, if you share music, whether you created it or not, that is an entertainment portion of the internet. That is the entertainment value of it. If you have an opinion on something, if you're a scholar, if you write a book or whatever, that is the information portion of the internet. Remember, there's 5 things to the internet: entertainment, information, and there's also like a product portion of the internet. If you're Amazon, for instance, you go to Amazon to buy things, or you go to eBay to sell things. That is the product or sales portion of the internet. That's 3 things of the internet: entertainment, information, and like services or products, for instance, if you're going to buy something. If you're going to give somebody money for something or make money from something on the internet, then that is the e-commerce, or basically like portion that products. I just like to say it's products, right? Like you're selling something or you're buying something, or you profit it in some way, whether you own fucking DHL, UPS or whatever, and you're trying to get that item from point A to point B, you profit from it. That is another portion of it. So that's 3 things of the internet. What's the 4th thing of the internet? It's the communication value of the internet. So if you're in a chat, for instance. If you're talking to somebody on the internet, oh hey, whatever, you comment on somebody's picture that they posted, and then they reply to you. That is basically like a communication portion of the internet. Or if you send an email or read an email, that is a communication portion of the internet. What is the fifth portion of the internet? The fifth portion of the internet is value. The value of stuff on the internet is based upon traffic, is based upon members, is based upon views, is based upon whatever. If you watch something a lot, it creates value to that thing, whatever it is. Doesn't matter if it's a song, if it's a picture, if it's a video, if it's a blog post. Every time that you go and look at it or somebody else, it creates value on the internet. And that value is something that you can draw from if you own it, if you own the platform where it's at. Then you can gain money from that. You can gain it from either applying advertisers on it and they sell things, or you can put information on it, or you can put entertainment on it. You feel me? So now if you incorporate all of these things into one place, so you will no longer need to go to Amazon, for instance, to buy anything, because everything will be on the Talent Bank. You will no longer need to go to YouTube anymore, because all the videos and everybody that wants to create videos or learn anything about videos will be on the Talent Bank, because YouTube is going to be pay-per-view. Nobody's going to be wanting to pay-per-view anything on fucking YouTube. Are you kidding? And guess what? How much do you think a YouTuber is going to make off of that business model? Huh? You really think they're going to want to create content anymore? They're stifling people for a reason, and they're bringing in big Hollywood and all this other shit for a reason, because Hollywood and all these other people that run the entertainment industry, that run this industry that I've been in for 35 years now, they are losing at their motherfucking ass like fucking champs, like the best losers in the world right now. And they're killing themselves by fucking censoring everybody that has an opinion on anything that they don't want you to have an opinion on. We, for instance, are the complete opposite. And we are not driven by motherfucking profits. We are driven by 10% of those motherfucking profits. You get 90%. Where the fuck are you going to be on the online? You're going to be on the Talent Bank. Well, why? Because everybody that has motherfucking talent is on there. And guess what? Just because you're on there watching them, or you share their content, or you drop a comment on their content, you bring that talent, whatever it is, value. You buy something, you sell something, you create value. We get 10% of whatever that value is as a community, as a business, the Talent Bank business, right? We give 90% of whatever money you generated from us. We give 90% equally to all members. If we make $1 billion, we keep 10% of that, and we give 90% to the members equally. Every 90 days, because we are based upon an ICO, and I am setting the standard at 90 days. 90 days. YouTube does 60 days. Now, why do they do that? Because they make profits off your money for the 60 days. Okay? To be honest. That's just me being honest. Every 90 days, the value triples. So if you make $100 your first 90 days, in 90 days, it's going to be $300. 90 days from that, it's going to be $900. 90 days out from that, it's going to be $2,700. And that's just how it works. Oh, eat a dick. It's not a pyramid scheme. Everything's based on the fucking thin air that you're breathing right now. That is how these social platforms are making money out of thin air. Okay? So there is no Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme. We are 100% open. We are backed by multiple corporations. We are partnered with multiple platforms that you already use. For instance, Rumble for the video portion, because YouTube is going to a paid platform. SoundCloud, the music platform. We're partnering with them for the music portion of our community. We're partnering with PayPal. PayPal is the financial portion of the community. We're partnering with George Vanus, Freedom MCN, for the complete transparency of the financial portion of our community. And you got anything else to say? You got shut down. How do you feel? Stupid, right? Now, wouldn't you rather be, instead of being a hater and feeling stupid, wouldn't you rather make money instead of making everybody else fucking money? Well, I don't give a fuck about you then. You can stay on Facebook and continue to be their bitch. You know? That's fine. You could be their bitch. You could be YouTube's bitch. When YouTube pulls all their ads, when you go on there, and it's 49 cents to watch a video that was free the day before. Yeah, and then you could come over to my community and fucking get on your knees and pray and say, "Oh, please let me in, please let me in." Just because you were a hater before, we don't play those games, man. We're not driven by profits. You're not my bitch anymore. Actually, there are multiple profits to be made. How do you think Facebook has any kind of value whatsoever? How did Facebook have any kind of value whatsoever? Can you explain that to me? We're starting with a $500,000 $500,000 base value off an ICO. Every 90 days it triples. We're setting the standard. So at 90 days out, we're $1.5 million worth. All advertisement money. Oh, please. You're obviously an idiot. I don't have time to entertain the idiots. I don't understand that I have this thing on just me, or no, I'm not supposed to be able to hear anybody, or they're not supposed to hear me, but somehow I hear them. I'm doing it wrong, I know! Alright. If you guys want to tune into the live stream, we're on Twitch, the Talent Bank, or you could go on Gaming for Fame. Gaming for Fame. What is it? PSN? Gaming for Fame PS4. No, I don't know. Just look up Gaming for Fame. And we're hosting on the new Twitch channel, which is the Talent Bank. What's up, Helicopter? I'm trying to mute everybody. Bacon on the lover or something? Bacon? I don't know. Sorry, man. I'm talking to some of the investors and different things. I'm sorry, and I'm in a public platform, but a lot of the investors are out of the country. They're not in the U.S. I'm currently in Palm Springs, California. But a lot of the investors are not in country, so there's there's one person in Dubai that's listening to me now. What's up? So, yes. So that's basically the Talent Bank in a nutshell, guys. I don't know how long I've been on the air here, but I guess that's the easiest and quickest explanation I could tell you. The GoFundMe page will be public shortly. We have a startup cost around 100 grand or so. Again, it's backed by the ICO, so after 90 days you'll get 3 times your investment. So if you go on the GoFundMe page and you do invest money in 90 days, you'll triple your money, and that's just how it works. So, yeah. I don't have the 100 grand right now to start with. If nobody signs his record deal and I get my 10% of that, because his deal's $4 million and my cut is 10%, so that's 400,000, then yes, I can basically hire the staff that I need to immediately. Adam, who is Net Nobody, aka Sky Does Minecraft. Adam is currently in Seattle. He's basically on a hiatus. I don't want to say anything more than that. He's getting himself ready, signing a record deal basically, and jumping into the studio right away, and almost right into a tour of 10 venues coming up this summer with Post Malone, which is the homie, which is the other guy I just got signed 2 years ago. Same deal as we got Post Malone, 50-50, 360 deal. I don't know if you're familiar with the music industry. I've been in the industry for 35 years. My DJ name's Mixmaster Ace. If you want to look up me, that's my claim to fame. That's my celebrity status in the world. That's who I am in the industry, music industry, being a legend in hip-hop and all that shit. But, anyhow, that in a nutshell, guys, is what the Talent Bank is. I appreciate you guys taking the time for wherever you are in the internet for either just listening to this MP3 or whatever. Remember, the Talent Bank, any of the content that we do share on our Facebook page or YouTube page or whatever, any content is completely Creative Commons. We don't own it. It's Creative Commons, so you can generate revenue off of it if you want to put it on your YouTube channel, for instance. If you want to put this video on your YouTube channel, for instance, it's Creative Commons. It's wide open, so there's no copyright claims or anything on any of the content that we produce. It's always going to be available for free to anybody to use, just as InfoWars content is, for instance. Yeah, and InfoWars is going to be where we get our news, because we're not going to be fucked with no fake news, CNN bullshit and all that. Maybe Fox News, I don't know. They're a little bit half retarded, but so we will be partnering with InfoWars as well. So, and if that's something you can't handle, then I guess you should stay away from us and continue to be Facebook's bitch and make them money instead of making money yourself. Because remember, any money that you make us, we give 90% back to you. So, equally. Actually, we give 90% equally to all the members. And that is our business model. And it triples every 90 days. So, if you have a value of $100, and in 90 days your value will be $300 if you continue on what you're doing. If you continue to be social, if you're a social fucking butterfly and you have 1 million friends or whatever and 1 billion likes, then I guess you're going to be making a little bit more than Joey that just started to on the community. But doesn't mean that Joey, whoever Joey is, cannot get up to your level in the same amount of time that you put into the community or uploaded X amount of content. Okay, it's real simple, it's real easy. It's basically it's based on blockchain, so it's forever, and it continues to make value forever. That's how blockchain works. That's the banking industry is using blockchain in what they're doing. We're going to be the only social community platform that's basically financially backed by the federal government, being FDIC insured, because we're basically a bank. If you need a home loan, whatever, apply. Your profile, your status on the community is the value. If you have a job as well, or own property or whatever, you put that in as well. And that, you know, we are in the business to loaning money is what we do. I just blew up in a plane, but I didn't die. I don't understand. Anyways, guys, in a nutshell, that is what's going on. That's what's cracking. That's what the Talent Bank is. We appreciate you checking it out and all that, signing up. Man, it's going to be huge. There's going to be, nobody is going to want to be anywhere else online except the Talent Bank, because that is the only place that pays you to be there. Steam is another platform based on blockchain, but Steam also has bugs and bots that steal your profits, that steal the money you earn. I am a victim of that. My clients, Net Nobody, Skydoes Minecraft, are perfect victims of that. They lost tens of thousands of dollars based on their social profiles and all that stuff. But we don't want to get into that. They're going down on their own. They're being exposed as we speak. But anyways, that is basically it, guys. I'm gonna turn off my ass. I gotta make something to eat. I still have a few beers left. I might actually play some Grand Theft Auto. Who fucking knows? I don't know. But I'm gonna cut it here. And peace out, guys. If you're watching the video portion of this without the gaming, then yo. Anyways, it's all very exciting. Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. And hey, and to everybody that's saying thank you, whatever. Thank you for this. Thank you for you know, basically saving me. Fucking thank you for helping to cure hunger and erasing homelessness and all that. Hey, that's my legacy. That's what I want to do in life. You know, that's what I want to be remembered. I don't want to be remembered as a billionaire Mark Zuckerberg wannabe piece of shit that's, you know, he's fucking retarded, basically. He's a retard. But anyways, so Mark Zuckerberg, you piece of shit retard. Fucking eat shit and die, bitch. Anyways, guys, peace out. This is Tim Clark, CEO, Something New Now Media Promotions. Signing off. Tim Clark, CEO, creator, developer for the Talent Bank, and owner. Proud owner. Signing off, guys. Peace. And may the force be with you. always.